Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. As an introduction to today's shir, I must say first of all that we're going to be speaking about a vending machine in the halacha. There are many more questions that may come about in connection to a vending machine. Operating one, for example, on Shabbos and Yontif, when you might be making profit. Somebody, a goy, might be buying stuff from it. That's a shaila for itself. But even the damages or any other issues concerning a vending machine, we are not going to be talking about somebody intentionally shaking a vending machine and pushing things to come out. Unintentional damage, it's a sure thing that you shouldn't do, and that's called a mazik biyadayim. What we will be talking about is you come to a vending machine and you'll give a look in the coin dispenser and you find that there is coins, extra coins there. Or you come to the dispenser, you find there's an extra sandwich, an extra cookie, or something like that. Who does it belong to? All right, so let's talk some basic halachas, some basic kinyanim. Who does property or belongings belong to? Who has the rights to different belongings? So we know by general kinyanim, a person holds something, anything that a person holds, we assume it's his. If something is in your house, we assume it's yours. Somebody acquires something, there's different ways that when you acquire, you make a kinyan, it belongs to you. The Gemara says, just like Chatzar shel adam kaina, anything that's in your home, Kelav shel adam kaina b'chol makom. If anything is placed in your kelim, it is kaina on your behalf. So now, if somebody owns a big keli, in this case, if I'm in ownership of a machine, anything in that machine belongs to me. So anything that falls out of that machine, or anything which in that machine, for somebody to stick his hands in, taking it out, would be pure geneva. If something falls out of that machine, then you could assume that would be yush. I assume that just like walking in the street, of a $20 bill falls out of my pocket, I don't realize, I just forget about it. And I forget and forgive. The same would be if something falls out of the machine, forget and forgive, and it's all over. If it's left in the machine, that's not something that I'm ready to forgive about. So there is a discussion if you're allowed to keep things in the dispenser, change, or any food, or you have to leave it there, or even maybe perhaps call the owner. If there's a number, tell them, hey, there's something there, it's yours, it's a mitzvah of a Shabbos Aveda. So the Gemara, as I mentioned, the Gemara in Baba Basra says in Daf Pehei Amud Beis, and the Gemara says, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Kalim shel Adam kainaloi b'chol makom. Anybody, person's kalim, person's possessions, not only your rishus, not only things that are in not only your home, things that are in your home belong to you, but if you have your kalim anywhere, anything that's in your kalim belong to you. Why is it that something that's in your kalim have the right and things that are in it are yours too? So there's a discussion. There's actually a machlokes between the Nemuka Yosef and the Ritva. The Nemuka Yosef says an interesting thing. The Nemuka Yosef says this is an extension from the kinyan called Meshicha. Just like when I buy something, so one of the kinyanim you make is you stretch it, you take it towards yourself. That's a kinyan. So too, your keli is a form of Meshicha, and the kelav shel adam is a part of an extension of the kinyan of Meshicha. Very few poskim bring that svara lahalacha. Most of the poskim say that the reason why kelav shel adam kaina is because the kelim shel adam kaina is an extension to chatzere shel adam kaina. Just like anything in my home we assume is yours, we assume is mine. So too, anything in my kalim, anything in my possessions, we also assume is mine. So if I have a car, I have a keli, anything that's in that car, in that big keli, we should assume is mine. Now here is the catch. The catch is that even in a chutzner, even in a reshus, in a home, we only assume that the things that are there are mine with two conditions. The two conditions are, if it's a chutzner hamishtameres, if the field, the home is not open public, anybody, it's not, anybody could come in and take what they want. If it's a free-for-all, then it's obvious not just for me. The things there are not just for me. It's a reshus harabim. And the second condition is that it has to be closed from all sides. So if those two conditions are about the chutzner, the same would be for the keli. That since the Ritzvah says that the keli, the rights to the keli being koina on my behalf is an extension from the chutzner. So if the chutzner is mishtameres, the keli has to be mishtameres. So a machine, if the vending machine, only if it's closed up. If the vending machine is closed up, fine. Then anything which is in the vending machine belongs to me. If something falls out of the vending machine, that's it. That might be a little different. However, the second issue is that it has to also have four walls. There is, however, a big chiddush. The nesivos, there is a chiddush between a discussion between the nesivos in Choshen Mishpat, the Siman Reish. The nesivos says perhaps this is where the kinyan of kalim is easier than the kinyan of chutzner. Kinyan of chutzner, you actually need four walls, and you need it to be mishtameres, guarded, and four complete walls. A keli, you don't. Whereas, from one hand, a keli should need six walls. It's not mishtameres without a cover. It has to be completely covered for it to be mishtameres. And then the Siva says no. A keli doesn't need the mishtameres because it's only a yalfus. It's only a limud. So then the Sivas, according to the Sivas, would come out that if you would find coins in the dispenser, it would still be in the reshus of the owner of the vending machine, and therefore you would not be able to take it. If you however hold, according to most of the opinions, lav dafka, the coins or the food, whatever it is coming out of the machine, being that it's open, even though it's in the machine, but because it's out in the ready in the open and it's not mishtameres and it's not closed in, most of the poskim would have said it's not anymore mishtameres. It's not anymore together kelev shaladim kainaloi. But according to the nesivos, it might still have the kinyan of kinyan kelev.